Hello, my name is Yogini Rasa, and I'm certified open yoga teacher. And we are meeting on the channel yogaopenyoga.com, where everybody can learn what yoga. Correct. And today we're talking about the advanced kinds of yoga. And today the topic is Jnana Yoga, or the yoga of knowledge. The knowledge that helps you to get knowledge about everything you want. Amazing. A really amazing topic, close related to the basic theory of yoga, axiomatics, that is very difficult to understand. Thereby we will have a very specific course, several courses on this topic and explore it in more detail, but back to Jnana Yoga because we have a small reviews now. So what do we have? We have an intellect, and this is the ability of mind. Probably we could talk to the consciousness, but let's stick to the intellect and mind. Good to be intellectual person, to discuss about the things happening in the world, things about the cultural things, literature and stuff like that. You need the mind for that. Nothing new has been invented. That's what scientists say. Our mind is not inventing anything new. It just kind of uses the universal laws that we have. Our mind actually can prove that one thing and write the opposite at the same time. This is the ability of our mind, and people sometimes get confused because things can be logical, and there's still one more left, supreme logic. And it is said that one fool can ask that many questions that 100 wise men will not be able to answer in 100 years. So we want these answers before we make the foolish questions. But the questions cannot be foolish, only the answers can be though. What else? What invites us yoga to do? It invites us to analyze. For this we need to develop the mind. Yes, hardworking and to use mind everywhere for everything. Good thing to do. Getting rid of illogical things. Very helpful. Only one thing: don't let the mind to be your lord. Don't let the mind to rule you, because then it makes the tricky things. Have you heard about the depressed scientists? Have you heard about the depressed wise people? Not the wise people, the very high intellectuals. For some reason, mind is more pessimistic than optimistic. It analyzes all the negative stuff, and we are much more oriented on the bad stuff, the threats, the risks, and stuff like that. Well, yes, so be careful with that. And if you can avoid negative things or negative thoughts, do so. And I've heard recently that in media they say that people don't want to pay for the good news, that they are quite eager to pay for the bad news. So that's what we get on the internet, on the news channels, the bad news. At least they finally have started to do some good news channels, or at least the section positive news. Hope it goes up and we get more positive. So don't let the mind rule you. Don't let the mind to take the control. When can it happen? When you let the mind go. If you are not constantly putting your mind to work, then the mind is working on itself and it tries to become your lord. And intellect may hurt. That's what we discussed before. So your work is to develop the intellect and control your mind. Otherwise, it's not possible to succeed in yoga. Seems very much like the university studies for the students, but yoga is the university, and International Open Yoga University is the modern university that you felt good in the ancient times and is feeling very well now. So yes, the development of the mind is mandatory step. This is the foundation. Actually, it's maybe even up one more level up for the wall, as we were taught that we need this good foundation with the basic kinds of yoga, and then the intellect is starting to work, and it gets more sophisticated. So Still, there are things that our mind doesn't understand. Very essential questions that people are asking, very confused, and sometimes we are not able to observe the system without, not sometimes, or actually scientists say always, and I believe them, that we are unable to explore the system if we are not affecting it. Yes, and as I said, that mind is the pessimist, thereby a lot of intelligent, intellectual, smart people are having depression. Look at them. Poor fellows, they need to develop their mind and to control it. It's difficult. Yoga can be helpful for the reasons, in the ways of the meditation, Hatha Yoga, Kriya Yoga. Actually, the yoga of sound. Only the problem is that they don't see the intellectual confirmation why this yoga is so powerful, and they kind of neglect it. So the danger, in every time we speak, we talk whether it's a very safe or dangerous kind of yoga. The mind is a monster if it's wild, it's uncontrolled, if it's in the kind of in the limits, and if it's working. Imagine the people, if you leave people without a work, the ones who are very used to work and many things, where will they put their energy? Think about the mind. It's the huge number of people, different kinds of ideas, especially when you can't fall asleep or you reading the negative news. Don't. You remember we had the positive mood lesson. I suggest from time to time to review it. Hope you have it in your diary written down which lesson was it, or mark it with a special star and the thumbs up there. So make it work, I mean the mind, make it work hard, and use the Jnana Yoga for your achievements and development in yoga, and we will meet for more interesting kinds of yoga next time. So thumbs up on the YouTube tests and text materials for you there. And remember, Yogini Rasa and Open Yoga Teacher. Bye bye.